Another Tuesday night, 7:30. We started a little late. It's got good weather in Illinois. We had to get some stuff done. What's up, JVB?
Not much, yeah. Today's been a pretty hectic day at work, and I just walked in the door not 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, I was late as well. I had a family funeral down in Central Illinois. I had to go attend to, and then I got home late today. Had to see my bride for a little bit, and so I knew it was going to be a little hectic. And speaking of hectic, Dog Tags Bowling is going to be on hiatus for the next 5 weeks, maybe six. We might be jumping the channel to Wednesdays during the summertime because I golf on Tuesdays, and just see what happens. But we're going to definitely take April off. Jason's going to be out in the field. He's not going to have an opportunity, and if he does get an opportunity, they're not going to let him talk to what he's talking about.
Right. Yep, for sure.
Right. So when do you head to the field?
First week of April.
First week of April. Okay, cool. So next week will kind of be a download. We're not going to do it next week, the 25th, and then we're going to take the whole month of April off. That'll also give me some time to reach out to the PBA guys. I know that Justin Knowles said he would come on. AJ Chapman said he would come on. Trevor Roberts said he'd come on. We've got Nate Purchase said he would come on. So we've got tons of people that said they'll come on, and that's going to give us a break between the PBA Tour stuff and then the USBC Masters, I do believe, is the next one. So got to kind of give us a little break. Dog Tags Bowling will be represented up at the All-Star Weekend in April up in Waukesha. So if you're around, come on up for that. But we have a great guest tonight. Oh, my gosh. The owner of KR Strike Force is coming on, Mike Stout. So please put in your questions, talk, figure out what's going on. We're going to try and keep it short and sweet so we can all go watch bowling because it's on right now. World Series of Bowling's on right now. So we figured out. RJ's watching, Vicky's watching. We got our peeps on. So let's do our little. I'm gonna find it here. Do our little Dog Tags intro. We'll be right back. Thank y'all for joining. All right, everybody. Well, please get your questions in. Talk about what's going on in your life. Figure out what's going on. So let's bring in our guest. Like I said, special guest Mike Stout. A little background, and I'm sure Mike and I will talk about this when he comes on. I met Mike at a 9-pin no tap last year, run by Eric Pollock, Pollock's Pro Shops, then run by Zach Carter and Brandon Mooney. A challenge shot. It wasn't super simple. And then Mike and I chatted for a little bit, and we just clicked. I mean, super cool guy. And I said, hey, would you ever have the opportunity to come on Dog Tags to do the show? He's like, absolutely. I'll do anything for veterans. So he's very supportive in his industry of what the vets do. We're very supportive in KR. I only have KR stuff in my bag. So, and actually, I think, Jason, do you not wear KR shoes as well?
I do, and I'll tell that story here in a little bit when he comes on.
All right, cool. Without ado, let's bring in Mike Stout. What's up, sir? How are you?
Wow. Thanks for the intro there. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, and really appreciate what you guys do for the game of bowling and veterans, and it all goes together and helps bowling along the way. So
sure. I mean,
very cool.
We are never going to be BVL, and we're not going to try and be BVL. And I don't know, and Mike, you know, a lot of background, but Jason, myself, Gary Lewis, and Michelle Russell, and Joel Eisen. Hopefully, Joel might be able to join on soon. We kind of created this deal a little over a year ago, right, Jason? About a little over a year. And in that year, we've already given away just as grassroots stuff, just kind of guys getting together, do our thing. We've already given away over $10,000 to veterans organizations that need help. Here in Illinois, Actually, we did 2 events here in Illinois. We did one at Liberty Lanes up in Cartersville. We gave away about $2,500 to an organization called Take a Vet Fishing. So they take disabled vets, put them on a bass boat, take them muskie fishing or walleye fishing or bass fishing with a guy named David Van Dorn up here. He's done that. And then in September, we did an event at Palace Bowl in Johnsburg, and we gave about $3,000 away to an organization called Veterans Path for Hope. And Veterans Path for Hope is an organization that's kind of an intermediary when they run into problems with the DAV, that they can't help people, help them with housing, help them with mental health care, help them with food. They're just kind of an assistance program to help vets. And they've been fantastic. So that's 2 organizations we helped in Illinois. And then Jason, tell them about the organization we helped in Tennessee.
Yep. And then we got Operation Stand Down Tennessee here, which we donated $3,200 to. And they pretty much do anything from helping homeless to helping just vets in need for housing, for food, jobs. They pretty much do anything and everything that they can for a veteran out in this really Clarksville area, but they're pretty big here in the state of Tennessee.
And then we did what we call the Commander's Cup. The Commander's Cup was kind of our national tournament, you want to call it. So we had guys from all over the country come in, and we went and bowled right outside of Indianapolis. I can't remember the bowling center's name. Do you remember, Jason, by any chance?
Nope.
Can't remember. I bowled there twice now. But anyway, we had Bailey Maverick there. We had John Perez there. We had Ryan Spear was there. We had Jonathan Chase there. We had several PBA pros there.
Cam Crow was there too. He won it, didn't he?
Yeah, one a former PBA pro ended up winning it. So it was huge. It was great. And we were able to raise a bunch of money, and we gave it to the Indie Warrior Partnership. So everything that we raised the money for, where we're at, that's all local people. And we're not going to take it. If we do an event in Tennessee, we're not going to bring it back here to Chicagoland and give away. No, we're going to just do it right there in the communities that we're at. So that's the whole goal that Jason, myself, and Gary, and Michelle, and Joel are trying to do. So we greatly appreciate you coming on to kind of give us more exposure, and anything we can do for KR, we're here. We're here to help you.
Well,
Yeah.
amazing what you guys are doing off the lanes and on the lanes at the same time. And really, Strike Force is trying to get more involved in events like this, and or me personally, where I'm starting to try and get out a little bit more. And I've been to a few events, like I know the wheelchair event they've had in Romeoville. A friend of mine ran a BVL event, and that's what it's all about. And we can help out and be part of it. And that would be great if we can do more and more.
I've told people all the time, there's plenty of pieces of the pie. We don't want all the pie. We just want to let people know we don't want to interfere with Johnny's organization. Johnny doesn't want to interfere with us, but hey, we can partner up together and say, hey, the end goal is the end goal. We're all trying to help one another. And if we can promote
absolutely,
for sure. So let me ask you a couple questions, Mike. Let's get your questions in people. How did RJ hit it right in. How did the whole concept of KR come into play? How did that happen for you?
Wow, great question. I'll just give you a quick summary. And almost a lot of young guys out there, but 40 years ago, I stumbled on KR Industries. We were a sporting goods company. Exercise mats, stadium seats, bike helmets, bass boat seats. We sold Kmart, Walmart. And the previous owner loved bowling, and he bought a company at an auction, a local Chicago company. and we had bowling. When I came in, I kind of snuggled up to the bowling part of it and took it from there. That was a while ago.
That's a while ago,
You
exactly.
know,
Hey, we have gray hairs enough to know we can know it
yeah,
40 years ago.
definitely.
You know what I mean?
So I'm just
Now,
trying to keep up with today's game and these young kids and how everything's changing and how we can be more involved as a company. And you know, me personally, I really like to get out there and starting to get out there more and more and meet guys like yourself and organizations like this where we can help make a difference.
well, I'm not gonna kiss your butt and tell you anything that you probably don't already know, but you have a fantastic reputation in the bowling industry. Everyone I've ever talked to, and you know me, man, I ain't gonna pull a punch. Every person I've ever talked to about you has nothing but praise. So you have a phenomenal relationship. You have a phenomenal reputation. So keep doing what you're doing because what you're doing is right. Yeah, you hire the right people. You promote your product. Your product speaks for itself, does it not, Jason Van Belkom?
Oh, absolutely.
I took the words right out of my mouth. It's when you have a good product, it's fun, it's easy. I love meeting new people and going around talking about our products. And sometimes it amazes me what people really know about our company when it's great to hear. I
It's
mean, I
all. I
saw
mean,
your equipment.
it is the best in the industry, and I tell people all the time. I know a couple of buddies that work for Harley Davidson, and they say they sell Harley Davidsons. I'm like, you don't sell Harley Davidsons. People come into Harley Davidson to buy. You ain't selling anything. You're not going to go sell KR. They're coming to buy KR. The product
It,
speaks for itself.
you know, it's changed recently with the birth of our shoes, our high end shoes. You know, we got some a great young staff. We got a lot of superstars. Our social medias off the chart with Benji and Matt Farber putting it together. YouTube videos, Instagram. I'm trying to keep up with it all, and lots of positive comments, like you're saying. But with the birth of our high performance shoes, we're in a different arena with PBA and high end bowlers. Strike Force, I always say, was kind of built on the league bowler, two ball rollers, single bags, athletic shoes. So it's kind of fun to get out there and go to tournaments and meet folks like you and compete, and people are wearing your shoes and you see your products everywhere. And like I tell our factories, if you got to make me look good and make a good product, because I don't like seeing a problem with a pair of shoes or a bag. But if there is, we take care of it. So
Yeah, and that's another thing. People that are watching, lifetime warranty on stuff. The bags with KR
might
are
as well
5 year,
be.
5 year for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
We
awesome.
take care of everybody, no matter
100%,
what.
100%. And the TPC, the Pro Collection, my God, that's the best shoe I've ever worn ever. I got them. Jason's got them. And I think, Jason, tell them how you got your shoes.
Yeah, so I came to the first tournament down there in Chicago, or where were we at? Johnsboro, right?
Johnsburg. At the
Johnsburg.
we did a dog tags bowling 9-pin no tap at Johnsburg, and AJ came up and was kind of our celebrity guy. But before AJ got there, Kyle Troop came on, and I had him on my iPad, and he gave a shout out to everybody. Came out, had a great time. We had a Kyle Troop signed ball. We had an AJ signed jersey. So we had all kinds of stuff to raffle off. So anyway, yeah. AJ shows up, and go ahead, Jay.
So before this tournament, it was the U.S. Open last year.
Yep.
That AJ was like, dude, I love what you do. I'm gonna work with KR and see if we can get you a pair of shoes. So this has been in the mix for like 6-7 months, and we just never linked back up, never really got a hold of each other. And one day Gary, or Duke, I think it was Gary, hit up AJ, was like, hey, we're gonna be in town, you got those shoes for Jason? And then I don't think he made it that time wherever we were at. The next time he was like, I got the shoes at my house, I'll mail them to you. And then Deuce found out that he was gonna end up being in Johnsboro, and then I ended up showing up down there. So obviously, in typical AJ fashion, he's late.
Wow.
So I start the game 5 frames in with the shoes I was wearing. and then he brought them to me, so I changed shoes, go up there to first throw the ball, and whichever one was on there, I think it was like the 10, and the heel was not a sliding one. So the first one I got, changed the shoes out. He gave me they were all black. So I get up there, go to throw a ball, and right on my face.
Face plant.
Face plant, first ball.
I would have told you go up there and like test them out first, but AJ forgot that part.
Yeah.
But the story gets better, Mike. Go ahead, Jason. Finish it up.
Yeah. So I get the right slide on there, get the right stuff going on there, and then I ended up winning the tournament anyways.
No
way.
Awesome.
Proceeded to smash everybody. Didn't matter. He proceeded to so
right out of the box. I love it.
Right out of the box. And I have a thank you to Mike Stout. Thank you, sir, for not getting in the over 50 category for the Pollock's 9-pin no tap, because otherwise you'd have taken my $75 that I got. So thank you. Appreciate that.
It worked out perfect.
It did. It worked out fine. So next time I see you, drinks are on me.
All right. You got it.
So I got a question. So Vicky got a question right here. It's going. How long has the company been around for? How long has Strikeforce been around?
Well, it's kind of a combination. The company itself started over 50 years ago.
Wow.
And I'd say, and then myself and Brad Handelman and Brian Nedza, Tony Mendiola, we bought out the previous owners. I think it's been over 20 years ago.
Gotcha.
So you could almost say we changed it from KR Industries to Strikeforce Bowling. So it's been a kind of a transition under Strikeforce, but it's been going for 40 years in bowling. And that's what's great. More people know us now than ever before. And it's because of guys like you and social media, AJ and the PBA.
Benji.
I mean, I've never had so much fun going out.
It's absolutely enjoyable. I mean, literally, and the how you have a great leader is by the people they pick that keep around them, and you have picked great people to have around you, without a doubt. Your staff is phenomenal.
Got a great management team, and we have, like I said, we got superstar young guys. We got inside and run the company.
Yeah, Mike, your feed's getting a little broke up.
Bowlers.
Your feed's getting a little broke up, so if we don't hear everything, that's fine.
Okay.
But Benji, my goodness, one of the best you could have on your team. That guy, such a nice person. So if anybody's ever seen Benji Martinez bowl, he almost set I think it was a 6 or 7 game record. 6 game record. Michael Davidson just broke it in Delaware, but he was killing it. But better than yet, if you ever see Benji Martinez off the lanes, he's the nicest guy that's ever walked the planet. He'll come up and talk to you. Super cool kid. I see him all the time. He's like, hey, dudes, nice to see you. Super, super
great,
genuine individual. Just the easiest way to say it.
It's great. We go to junior gold, and I think Benji has more kids looking for his autograph than some of these staffers in the other booth
Yeah.
It's amazing. Parents come up and say, thanks for the videos. And can I get a picture with Benji? He loves bowling. That's why he's successful. He really loves the game. Like you said, he's first class on and off the lanes. So
He's
yeah,
very, he's Latin, so he's very passionate.
yeah.
Oh, what's up? We have a new chimer in to the channel. He normally doesn't join in. He's been a guest. He's been on the show. But we got Eric Pollock in the house. Mike's a great guy, great bowling class act. Yes, for sure. Thanks, Eric. Thanks for joining in, buddy. Yeah, Eric, another stud guy. My goodness, Eric.
That's like my new idol there, Eric Pollock, being a left-hander.
Yeah,
the guy's amazing.
And what's kind of crazy, and if anybody's out there watching and they don't know, some of the guys we bowl up here in Chicagoland, and Jason's the same way. I mean, he knows guys that just rip 300s, 800s, blah, blah. Andrew Pierce ripping stuff up. The difference between those guys and the pros, I mean, they're that close. They're that close. You know what I mean? It's such a hard road. Jerry Mars, Eric Pollock, Zach Carter, Brandon Mooney. I mean, those guys, and Benji Martinez. I mean, trying what he did through tour trials. I mean, my goodness, it is such a tough road. And people look at bowling and like, oh, yeah, I do that on a Friday night and go drink some beers. You have no idea. Go watch what EJ Tackett's doing right now at the World Series of Bowling. It's unbelievable that these guys are doing what they can do. Now, Mike, where did you grow up at, Mike?
Actually, Melrose Park.
No kidding.
And believe it or not, our factory now is in Melrose Park, about 7 blocks from where I grew up.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Now, where do you live now? Do you live down?
I live in Glen Ellen.
Okay, absolutely.
So not too far from Foxbowl.
Oh yeah, Greg Zika house.
Yeah, Foxbowl crew. They really take care of us too. And the
pro shop. People out there, if you've not had a chance to go bowl that sport league at Fox on Wednesday nights during the summertime, that you want to see the who's a who in the Chicagoland area for bowlers, go bowl that. That's going to separate the wheat from the chaff right there. Those guys know what's going on. Yeah. This guy, I'm going to put his post on. This guy, Andrew Pierce, my goodness. Hello, guys. Just getting a turn into Ducey. Told, hold the phone. I left my AirPods at home. This guy has been ripping it. He's a motive guy. He is probably thrown, and I'm not kidding, probably, and Andrew, if you're listening, tell me how many you've done. He's probably thrown 6 300s and probably 4 800s in the last month and a half. He's freaking crushing it. I mean,
good for him.
He's bowling out of he bowls out of Rockford area. So he bowls Don Carter, Park Lanes, Parkside. So he's doing really well. And he's an over 50 bowler too, Mike. So yeah. He's representing the gray hairs.
Good. That's great for 50 plus. That's what we're looking for. More.
Exactly. And somebody came up to me the other day when they see what EJ's doing and doing all this stuff. It's like, hey, do you think he's going to go on the PBA 50 tour? I'm like, oh no, he's going to go golf. I don't think he's going to go to the PBA 50 tour. Wow. He's not going to go compete with Jason Couch and John Marsala and freaking all those guys. So here's Andrew. He listened. 7 800s in the last 2 months.
Jesus. I got to check this guy out. That's pretty amazing.
We need to get
him. Or if he needs if he's on a staff or if he needs
he's not. He's a motive guy. He's a motive guy. And I talked to Brett. And he's like, the best thing to do is talk to his pro shop guy. But I don't know if he's a motive guy. But yeah, we need to get him on staff somewhere. I'm telling you, he's in the Rockford Association Hall of Fame. He's in the Hall of Fame. I mean, this guy, he's legit. I can put you and him together. You guys need to talk because that guy
definitely
incredible. He's won the King of the Hill at Don Carter Lanes many, many times. That guy, and I know he's watching, and I can say this if he wasn't watching anyway. My goodness, one of the best guys I've ever met in my entire life. Personable, great dude. Every time I see him, big high five, big hug. Super cool guy. So Vicky's got a question. Mike, do you bowl? Vicky, not only does he bowls very well. Thank God he wasn't in my division so I could win some money. He would have kicked my butt. Yeah, you know what? Mike bowls, but he's a freaking lefty. So does that really matter?
I took I don't know. I got 3 children, 32, 30, 27. I don't know what I was doing for the last 15 years, but I didn't bowl too much. So now that the house is empty and getting out there a little bit more, I got the urge to bowl a little bit. So it's been fun. I've bowled more in the last 9 months than I have in 12 years, 15
That's
years.
awesome. That's awesome.
So, yeah, I'm actually headed to the USBC tomorrow morning.
Awesome.
So
I'm actually going to the USBC for the very first time. Never done it in my entire life.
First time, wow.
But I'm not going to Louisiana. I'm going to Reno next year. I've already signed up for next year.
All right, that's awesome. You need to go.
Yeah,
I think you'll enjoy it.
Especially if it's going to be at the stadium. I got to go to the stadium.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Now, Jason, how often have you been to USBC?
This year we'll be there at the end of May. I think that will be my 18th year.
18th.
In a row?
Yeah. So it's like 20. I think this is my 24th year, but 18 in a row.
Wow.
Excellent. I used to go with my dad who bowled with a team out of Pennsylvania. So I went in the early 80s, 90s, probably 5 or 6 times in a row with him. And I think it'll be my 20th year, but it hasn't been in a row, that's for sure.
Yep,
it's still, I mean, it's one of those things. It's you get a little addicted, I'm sure, and I'm sure I'm going to have to explain to my wife. Yep, I'm going every year, so just deal with it. Yeah. And then the other thing Jason's been doing, you've been doing the military worlds too, right, Jay?
Yep, military worlds in January and August in Vegas.
That's a tournament I wish I knew a little bit more about, where we need to get involved, but sometimes depending on who the sponsor is, most of the time we can get involved with our on the ball bowling awards and custom balls. So that kind of opens the door for us, which I think we talked about pins at one point, and we got to make that happen. Or when you guys have an event, we'd love to be part of the award, and do some custom pins with the event. We've done, we do so many, but there's more, and be happy to support whatever you guys do.
Well, that's awesome. Okay. That kind of a good segue, because July 19th, we are doing.
Hold on, Deuce. Breaking news. This is the first time putting it out. May 10th will be a tournament in Paris.
Paris,
Tennessee. Paris, Tennessee.
All right, Paris, Tennessee.
Yep. So May 10th is going to be the first one this year, and then we'll move into the July, where it's possible that we'll be running 2.
Yeah.
I don't have details for the second one yet, but Deuce has got the details for the one he's about to talk about right now.
So May 10th, I don't know what Jason's doing, if it's a regular scratch tournament, if it's a 9-pin, what are you doing?
It'll be a 4-game 9-pin no tap. That's what they chose to do out in that bowling alley.
So what we try to do is we want to have, we could easily run a true full-blown tournament and do, like a step ladder and a whole 9. But to be honest, it's for dog tags. It's to raise money. It's to have fun. It's to have, we got signed jerseys, we've got raffles, we've got prizes. It's more of a fundraiser and an event to go have fun. We don't need the scratch bowlers to come out here, because they're not going to come bowl a 9-pin. So we're doing a 9-pin no tap at Liberty Lanes on July 19th. 4-game set. All 4 games count. It's 80% of 200 is your handicap. Very similar to what Pollock does. but
Perfect.
it's on a house shot. It's here. You know what? We want to see somebody throw a 1200. That'd be fantastic. That's fine. Let's come out. Let's
No
go
tap is the way to go for
100%.
sure.
You and I have done it together a couple years in a row, so we love it. It's fun, and it's there. It makes the atmosphere more amicable than if you go do a regular tournament and
I
some guy
agree.
bowls great but can't carry and he loses. He's going to be
Yeah.
PO'd. He's not going to stick around for the fundraiser. If it's a 9-pin
Yeah.
no tap, who cares, man? We're there to have fun and raise money for veterans. That's the whole point. So we'll do that July 19th, and then we're hoping to put the same thing together for Jason, he's from Grand Rapids, Michigan originally.
Oh,
He's going to Grand Rapids, and he's going to try to do the same thing the same day, and we're going to do Battle of the States, Battle of Lake Michigan. So it could be the Chicago versus the Michigan people, same format, and maybe we take the top 5 versus the other top 5 scores, and then we have a trophy for whoever wins that state. You know what I mean? Whoever wins Lake Michigan. So we would definitely love to have KR involved with some bowling pin presentations or whatever. But yeah, we will
that's
talk
what we're good
offline.
at.
When we're done, I will send you a message with my phone number so we can check.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's a work in progress. I mean, nothing happens fast. Nothing good happens really fast. It's just kind of stair step it. And after we did the first event in Illinois, there were so many people. The bowling community reached out to us so strongly. Like, listen, this is fantastic. We really appreciate what you guys are doing. When's the next one? I'm like,
Yep.
I need to recoup from this one because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of planning and effort. Jason and I've done like
not easy
so far.
Yeah.
Keep the no tap I like the no tap format.
Me too, because it gives the average bowler an opportunity to do well. You don't.
And that's what it's all about. And like I said, that's how Strike Force made it. 2 ball rollers and single bags and ball bag and shoe packages. That's where the bulk of the bowlers are.
100%. I mean, the amount of PBA bowlers that are out there, 300, maybe 200 in the world that are at the World Series of Bowling. Then you have the regional pros. You probably add another 2,000 on top of that. But there's 50 million bowlers in the world. I mean,
exactly.
They're not the PBA people. They're the people that want to go out on a Friday night and bowl and have fun and be in a league or in a ball league where they're finished bowling and they at the end of the season, they get a bowling ball. That's the kind of people that we want to promote the sport. The more people in it, the better.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And we just like to throw a little flavor in there with, helping the veterans out and keep them connected to bowling as well.
For sure.
And I mean, there's tons of veterans organizations out there with basketball, with football, with baseball. I mean, but I tell people all the time, listen, I don't care. Unless you got $1 million in your pocket, you're not going to go have beers with Tom Brady after he bowls the Super Bowl or plays the Super Bowl. I went to dinner with the U.S. Open champion when he was done. We went to Raising Cane's in freaking Indianapolis and had some chicken wings. Okay,
that's bowling.
You're not doing that with LeBron James after he wins the NBA championship. Bowling is the best sport ever. Bowling, when Belmo and Bill O'Neill won the doubles championship, they walked straight over to the dog tags bowling crew and shook all our hands while we're right there in the front row. You don't get that with any other sport. Bowling is the best.
You can definitely get close. That's for sure.
You can get very close. And the best thing about it is the more times you go, the more times they see you, the more times they go, hey, those people are fans. We need to support them as well.
Yeah, and that's where we've had success with, AJ and getting close to the fans. And I've heard it many, many times. People associate Strike Force with AJ because of the shoes and what he does and mixes it up with the crowd. That's pretty cool.
So just to share a little story. So AJ, I call him my nephew. I mean, literally, he's my family. He 100% is my family. We have done things. We've done way more things off the lanes than on the lanes together. He's been in my house. We've gone on fishing trips. We go on golfing trips. He is like my kid, and his mom and dad are like my brother and sister. I love those people. Sean and Judy are phenomenal. He will do anything to anyone for almost a fault. I mean, he is so generous with his time. He's generous with his money. He's generous with everyone. He's one of the best things for the sport. He really is.
Yeah. Good to hear.
Great.
He's the one that got me hooked on the shoes.
Yeah. So. I actually think I remember those shoes, trying to get them to Wisconsin that day.
Yeah.
Now I know who they were for.
Yep. I think they're all black. Are they not all black, Jason?
Yeah, I was gonna guess black.
Yeah, they're all black. I got the black and stone ones, and I love them.
They were limited edition ones, if I remember right.
Yep, they were. I love them. They're awesome.
Good, thank you. Glad you got them finally.
And he bowls well with them too. And by the way, with my TPC collection, stone and black
Gladiators, I saw them.
I went first 300 ever with those shoes. So
yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. All right, so we got a couple. Those dates are maximum. Here's Andrew says thanks, Ducey. That means a lot for what he's doing. So Mike, we'll put you in touch with Andrew. You guys can talk, but that would be a guy that can represent the brand really well.
Yeah, we'll get in touch.
We don't want to eat up a bunch of people's time, but Mike, is there anything you want to say before we run out?
Oh boy, it's good to hear. Like I said, I admire guys like you that give your time and effort and everything you do for bowling. I actually went to my first Illinois USBC Hall of Fame Saturday night to check it out, and one of my friends got in, Bill Duff, who was the president of the Illinois Bowling Proprietors for 30 years. And it hit me where so many people give their life and time to bowling, and you don't have to throw a ball to get the recognition. It's just great to see.
There's so many
and
people.
I applaud those people.
Correct. There's so many people behind the scenes that run the tournaments, not the guys that are doing it. And without those people, we can't go bowl if they're not doing what they're doing. So yeah, if there's not people keeping track of records, you don't have the volunteers take scores, you don't have volunteers to put the tournament together. So yeah, they're the true heartbeat of what we try and do.
Yeah, I agree.
For sure.
So Mike, you hit something that, the people that do what we do. So we just do a small part, but I got to put my shout out to my buddy over here. Okay. That guy right there, he's still doing it. He's still putting on the uniform every day. He's still putting on the boots. He still gets out in the middle of freaking whenever they call, whenever the nation needs us. That guy right there, he's going to put his life on the line for the rest of us. So we got to thank him. My time is done. Okay. I will defend my home right here, but he's defending our home around the world. So Jason, thank you so much for what you do, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you. It's too bad this wasn't like a couple of weeks before, because I actually just made a trip through Tennessee. I could have stopped and met you near Clarksville. We visited some pro shops in Nashville area, went down to Alabama and saw some of our friends down there. So it's a small bowling world. We all know each other, and that's what makes it great.
Yeah, well, next time you're driving through, let me know, and we'll meet up for dinner or something.
Yeah, we're all on Messenger now, so you're good, Mike. You just reach out to anybody.
I love it.
Yeah,
glad to get to know more and more people in the game like this.
Well, so normally how we end the show, Mike, I don't know if you've seen it in the past. We've had Greg Young, we've had Troop, we've had Jesper, we've had Don Barrett, we've had Stu. I mean, EJ, AJ, Sean, we've had Francois Lavoie, Zach Wilkins. We've had the who's of who have been on the show. So how we end the show, a couple things. So Gary can't be on. Gary is one of our co-founders as well. He's been going through some stuff with his bride. She's had some issues, so he's going through some medical stuff, so he can't be on. So he's former Navy, and his little shout out is to all the people near and far. Protect our brothers and sisters. Please make sure they all come home safely, especially that guy right there. Don't ever go get in some trouble. And then I was in a movie called Gardens of Stone back in the 80s. It's filmed in 1986. It's a full-blown military Hollywood production called Gardens of Stone. Has James Caan, D.B. Sweeney, James Earl Jones, Angelica Houston, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Larry Fishburne was in it. That was his name in the movie, Larry Fishburne, not Lawrence Fishburne. And in the movie, James Caan and James Earl Jones are sitting at the NCO club at my post at Fort Myer, Virginia, and they have a toast. And the toast is, here's to us and those like us, damn few. So
I'm ready.
Thank you so much for being part of the damn few. You are an honorary member of Dog Tag Bowling going forward, so hopefully you take care of that. We will definitely talk offline more. But if there's anything Dog Tags can do for you, we will reach out to you. We're going to take you up on your offer about putting some pins together for prizes. But yeah, the more promotion that we can have for dog tags, the better. Like I said, it's real easy to sell Rolexes. It's real easy to sell Harley Davidsons. It's real easy to sell KR stuff because the best, the best.
All right.
Well, Mike, thanks, buddy. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Jason, you want to say anything before we get out?
No, we're good. We promoted the tournaments coming up, and we appreciate everybody watching tonight. And sorry we were on later. Stuff happens, and we had to push it a little bit, but we appreciate everybody coming on and watching. And we'll see you sometime in May because we'll be off for the next month.
Yep, we're going to be off for next month.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mike. All right. See ya.